Hi, how are you? It's Travis here. Welcome back to our Adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we did a quest called the Vile Reef, where we had to get a tablet shard from an ancient troll city that is under the water now, in the sea, at this Vile Reef spot. And we got that tablet, and we also slayed some murlocs, Murgle, for this Encrusted Tail Fins quest. And they were surrounding that ancient troll city. And the reason why we wanted to get the tablet chart for Kinwele is because he wanted to put it in Orgrimmar as just an ancient artifact for the people of Orgrimmar to look at. Show the strength of the trolls, I guess. Or the history of the trolls, I should say. So I'm going to unlock this window here. So we get this chat up here. And today we're going to speak with Keybach, Skullsplitter Tusks. It's expensive and hard to kill enough tigers to support an export of tiger fangs to the islands of the South Seas. Luckily, we've developed a technique that allows us to take mundane horn-like objects and turn them into undetectable forgeries. The closest match we've found, amazingly, are the tusks of Skullsplitter trolls. Hey, before you say anything, what the buyer doesn't know doesn't hurt them. Am I right? Bring me a large number of them so we can get to work on the monthly shipment. So we have to acquire 18 Skullsplitter Tusks and return them to Keybach. So it looks like we went from slaying tigers, these like rare tigers, to slaying these trolls. So it's too bad for the trolls out there. We've got a bunch of level 60s out here. Maybe they might slay me. Gotta watch myself. So let's get out of here. Gonna pop sprint. Move a little bit faster. You gotta get some Skullsplitter Tusks. It's funny how they like to do forgery. Not surprised. Goblins like making a quick buck any way they can, you know? So let's roll out of here. We can mount up. Also, we got our Spirit of Zandalar buff, which is nice. Let's buff up. Get on our mount. And roll out and find ourselves some Skullsplitter trolls. Wonder what the trolls think about that, you know what I mean? Slaying other trolls. Get people paying to slay other trolls. The thing is, trolls are like clan-based, I think. So, like, if you're in the Darkspear clan, you don't really care what happens to the Gurabashi or the Skullsplitter, I guess, right? So that's the downside of the trolls. Imagine the trolls were all together. They would be a force to reckon with. Big time. No one would be able to mess with the trolls. Another funny thing about trolls is they are supposedly the best race for the Horde to do an all-troll raid. Which I'm not surprised. Because trolls can be pretty much a lot of good races and classes. I mean, trolls are a race. I mean, they can be a lot of good classes like priest. So you got your healers down. They can play warriors. So you can get your tank. That's your tank spot done. They can play hunters. So you got your hunters. They can't play druids. Only torrents can. So it's kind of rough there. Don't have any druids. I don't believe... Can they play shamans? Can you be a troll shaman? I don't know. I think maybe you can. I don't think you can be a troll warlock. I haven't seen any of those. I think you can be a troll shaman. Maybe. I have to check that out. But yeah, they got priests and they got tank. And they got... Well, they got mages. We got mage, priest, warrior. As long as you got that, you're pretty set. Especially mage and warrior and priest. You got that, and then your healing's down, your tanking's down. And then the rest is just DPS. So they got mage, hunter, priest, warrior. So they got the hunters to deal with the enrages. They got the mages to deal with all, like, the... I guess, what's it called? The dispelling or whatever. The counterspell on bosses. They got the warriors to tank, do damage. Because really a lot of raids in Classic WoW are just full of warriors. And then the rest are just utility classes. It's kind of classic raiding in a nutshell. Okay, so let's see if we can find these Skullsplitter trolls. Supposedly they're around this Zaitaijai ruins. Where all these Stranglethorn Tigresses are. Yeah, supposedly trolls are a good raid. They're up there as one of the best all-race raid you can have. So there's some Skullsplitter trolls. Let's go deal with them. Got a Skullsplitter Mystic over here. Make sure I track this quest. Oh yeah, these guys are getting beat up. Yeah, I'm putting it. It's gonna be a pretty easy quest, like it seems. But it looks like we're gonna have to slay a lot of trolls because they didn't drop a tusk right away. So we're looking at. I wonder how many tusks you get from a troll. Probably only one. So I'm guessing around. I'm gonna just have to slay around 30 of these guys for this quest. Not bad. I do not mind this. I think we're going to hit level 43 today, too. Like, for sure. You need, like, only one bar. And I think just from slaying these trolls, I'll hit 43. Which is good. Which means we're getting somewhat closer to 60. It's been a long road. I've been doing this Let's Play since September of 2019, when the game first came out. So there we go. You get one. You get one per slot. Looks like you only get one. So I'm guessing around maybe 50 trolls will slay today. Something like that. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Been doing this Let's Play since September of September of 2019. Yeah. And trying to keep the episodes under an hour as best I can. So you can see it's going to be it's a long Let's Play. I'm thinking for sure we could be at like 400 plus episodes by the time this Let's Play is all said and done. It's just a lot of quests. Oh my gosh, this guy's healing him, dude. This guy gonna heal himself? Oh, this is bad, dude. We don't have enough power to deal with these guys. I'm gonna bleed up on him this time. Let's deal with this guy. He ran out of mana, so it should be an easy fight. But yeah, we've done a lot of quests. Every episode I try to do a quest. Probably tell by now. And yeah, so we've done over 229 quests so far. I think eventually down the line, like when I get up in like the 50s, maybe even like the 40s, I'm gonna like run out of quests. I think from 55 to 60, I might run out of some like quests. Cause I'm trying to stay away from doing dungeons, doing that power leveling crap. Because I've already done that on 2 characters already. So power leveling is kind of like the meta. If you want to level a character, questing is like a thing of the past. That's why you don't really see too many people out here questing anymore, especially with layering in the game. Okay, I'm collecting some troll sweat. My inventory's full already. I'm gonna get rid of these pages because I don't know. If I want to do those quests, I'll just buy the pages off the auction house. And it looks like troll sweat doesn't stack, which is a shame. Let's roll out here. See if we can find more of these. What's this guy have on? He has troll sweat too. I wonder if troll sweat's worth carrying around. Oh, actually, it does stack. That's good to see. Let's deal with this mystic. They like to run, so I'm gonna walk away a little bit. heal. He's gonna bleed up on him when he runs away. He's going down. There we go. It's another Tusk. Let's see what else we got here. I guess we'll just slay these guys. Hopefully I can get them all without pulling too many. This guy's gonna heal soon. If I can take him out before he heals. No. Let's put the big bleed up. He's probably gonna pull more guys. Bleed. There we go. Starting to drop a lot now, which is nice. Wonder what the hardest raid would be. 40-man, like all race raid for Horde. I assume Tauren would be kind of tough. Tauren can play warrior. I don't think, but they got shamans. So Tauren wouldn't be that bad. You'd at least have some healers. I know Tauren can play shaman. But yeah, any one of them. Like, which race can't play warrior? Like Orc would be pretty tough too, because you don't have mage and priest. Orc would suck, but you have shaman, so it'd be like shamans, warriors, warlocks. Surprised this guy hasn't jumped on us yet. Yeah, for Horde, I think the worst one would be. We got pages again. This guy sees me. I don't know what the worst one would be for Horde. Probably Orc. Anything without Priest Warrior is pretty rough. Tauren would be tough too. Maybe Undead. No, but Undead has Priest Warrior. Oh, nice. We have 43. Let's get rid of some pages here, dude. I gotta start selling stuff. I always forget to sell stuff. It's a nice little sword. So let's check our talents here. See what we want to upgrade. It's gonna improve Nature's Grasp, I guess, until we can start. I want to get improved Nature's Grasp because eventually I want to get into natural weapons. It just increases my damage by 2% every time I level up. So it's a good one to get. Damage increase. It's very nice. So he's gonna heal. Oh man, this guy got trucked. Alright, supposedly there's a little herb for me over here. A little, purple lotus. Those are gonna go up in price during AQ, supposedly. I think they're used to open the gates. Get a little purple lotus farm right there. Not bad. Purpleism went up to 267. I like that. I like it a lot. Come on. Come on, bleed him out. Okay, well, we got 3 trolls here. I'm not the only guy questing here, which is nice. Looks like we got a warrior over there. 41 orc warrior. Putting in some work on these trolls. Warriors are a fun class. Enjoy playing my warrior. Enjoyed it a lot. Enjoy raiding on the warrior, that's for sure. Tried raiding on my mage, and it was pretty bad. All I did was press Frostbolt the whole time. And I dispelled magic, dispelled buffs. A little bit on a couple bosses. The AoE's great on mages though. Mages out in the world are awesome. It's one of the things I enjoyed about my mage. It's the AoE farming. Alright, Dashin, what's your plan? Who are you taking? Which one do you want? Take the other one if you want. There you go. It's a He was waiting for me to pick one. Some wild vine. Supposedly that's decent to pick up. Sucks that I gotta get rid of stuff now, though. Should have sold. I gotta make sure I remember to sell some stuff. Get rid of this moonberry juice? No, I kind of want... Here, we'll get rid of this. Yeah. Crusted tailfin I need to keep. What's completely useless in my bags? Flask of mojo, I guess? That stuff kind of sucks. I want to keep the wild vine. Alright, well, let's keep hunting down trolls, I guess. Get our buffs back up. Let's keep hunting down trolls till we get 18 tusks. You'd think every troll would have a tusk. I guess they don't. Guys, wild hog shank. Okay, I guess we'll just keep on looking for trolls here. Should be some around this Balamai ruins. King's Blood, Purple Lotus over here. Yeah, there's a bunch around here. This guy should give us a decent amount of tusks. Yeah, ZG's been almost out for 2 weeks now, which is nice. Gives up. I'm happy ZG's out because it gives people a lot of stuff to do during the week. Like the game would be pretty boring. Well, it was getting pretty boring when it was just Molten Core. Jeez. Good thing though is people were focusing on leveling alts during that time. So it felt like he had a lot to do. And then Blackwing Lair came out. That was good. That made like at least 2, gave you at least 2 raid nights. Yeah, the game gets better as it progresses, I've noticed. Let's get some Purple Lotus here. I don't want to miss out on that. We're on our way, though, to 300 herbalism. Got an axe thrower over here. It's good, though. I like these quests. Oh, man, I shouldn't attack. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. This could be pretty tough. Could be pretty tough, indeed. I think I can take this axe thrower out, though. I think the next guy's going to be tough. He's running away. Why are you running? Okay. Do that. I'm going to get up. Stun him. Pop it. Let's heal up here. Get a regrowth going. And he's got some hots ticking while we fight this guy. Good old Druid life. Stun, then heal up, reset the fight. Looks like we have too many flasks of mojos on us. There's supposed to be a gold thorn around here. Skullsplitter Warrior. But yeah, you probably do this quest pretty early. Like, I think you could probably do it in 38. These guys aren't too hard to beat. The Mystics are kind of tough, though. Got another Greater Healing Potion. That's nice. And the drop rate's kind of low. I'd say we're probably going to be slaying around 60 of these guys today, maybe. So yeah, maybe waiting is good because you got to slay a lot of these guys to get the quest done anyways. So fighting them while they're green is pretty chill. Alright. Another note though. My warrior, I still don't have 1 binding for Thunder Fury. And I've been doing MC since September of 2019. Still don't have a binding. And the funny thing is, the one day that I had to like not go to, I couldn't make it to raid, was a day when a binding actually dropped. And yeah, it's kind of crazy because some raids have like 4 Thunder Furies or like 5 Thunder Furies, and our raid doesn't even have 1 binding. Shows to show you, I know we're pretty unlucky. We don't have an Onslaught Girdle either, which is crazy. Kind of blows my mind. That is one thing I've noticed in Classic. The gearing in this game is pretty rough. Like a piece that you want might not drop for like months. And I'm thinking like I might not see a binding for an entire year. And then by then I'll be like, whatever, I don't really care. I don't really care if I have Thunder Fury at that point. Even though it is still probably the best sword tanking weapon in the game. The earlier you get it, the better, though. I wish I had it right when Blackwind Air came out. But I have the mats for it. I have the around... I have the 100 Arcanite bars. Which is like over 6,000 gold in the auction house. It's just sitting in my bank. Another thing I need to do is farm some gold on my mage so I can start, I don't know, using more buffs during raid, which would be nice, especially as a tank for pulling threat. It helps the raid out a lot. A lot of hype right now, though, with the Shadowlands. Supposedly, everyone thinks it's going to be a good expansion. And I'm not surprised. Because that is usually how it goes with Blizzard. They have one bad expansion, and then they have one good one. Or one decent one, you can say. It's like not terrible. So like, for example... most of the expansions were good up to Wrath, and then Cataclysm came out. People thought Cataclysm sucked. I thought it was okay. It wasn't that bad. And then they came out with Mist of Pandaria, which was another expansion a lot of people thought was pretty good. But some people just hated the storyline. So I don't know. It's like up and down with Mist. A lot of people thought Mist was really good, though, so I guess you can consider that a good expansion. So after Wrath, they had Cataclysm. A lot of people thought that one sucked. That was a crappy one. Next one that comes out is Mist. Didn't look too good at the start, but ended up being a great expansion. And then they came out with Warlords of Draenor, which is tons of hype, great storyline, and it just bombed. It was like one of the worst expansions because we were just, the raids were great, but the garrisons kept us stuck inside this like instance zone by ourselves. So they realized that people actually wanted to go out in the world and enjoy, like, I don't know, interacting with each other. So they released Legion, which was, I think it was a great expansion. The raids were good. This introduced world quests, which got people out in the world, interacting with each other, a little bit of PvP going on, which is awesome. And yeah, it was just, it was a great expansion, I think, Legion. Also, it was the beginning of Mythic Plus, which was awesome. And the legendary system was kind of RNG, but at least they were cool, right? And then they come out with Battle for Azeroth, which had all the cool stuff from Legion, but all the stuff they added, such as I forget what it's called. I really forget. Not the emissary quests, but I don't know, all the new game modes they had, like the Dota style, like PvE content that they came out with. Totally flopped. They had a lot of like PvE style content. It's like PvP, PvE style content, and it didn't really do too well. But now they're coming out with another new piece of content, and supposedly it's going to be good. I think it's like kind of like a single player style of Nephilim Rifts in Diablo, I would compare it to. I forget what it's called. But that's kind of what it looks like to me. Which is awesome. Cool to see. So they knew Mythic Plus was good. Mythic Plus was like one of the best things they added, so I guess a solo player style Mythic Plus is should be good too, right? Okay, here we go. There's another Mystic. Yeah, I expect Shadowlands to be a good expansion. And supposedly they're bringing back, bringing the class, not the player type of raids. So like raids where like class identity's like a big thing again, which is nice to see. Because they've seen that from Classic. Like, everybody loved the class identity from Classic. The problem is with Classic is some classes just suck. Or some specs just suck, you know what I mean? But people play them anyways. Like Boomkin. Like, I love Balanced Druid. I play it a lot in retail. And it just sucks in Classic. For World PvP, it's good. But for raiding, it's just terrible. I'm not really a fan of Classic raiding. I think it's... I don't know. I like retail raiding more. But, I mean, that should make sense because it is like, I don't know. It's been developed over the last, 15 plus years, so it should be better. The reason why I just don't like Classic raiding is because during like this day and age where it's just everyone's just a meta, all about the meta, the raids end up becoming a little too easy, and everyone just ends up playing warriors in Classic. It's like everybody plays a warrior. Warriors are the best, and then you just need like 1 or 2 or like 1 to 3 of each like utility class. More so for healers though. You need like a lot more than 3. But for DPS, it's like you don't even need to bring a Balanced Druid. But they do give a nice buff, so they're nice to have. So you probably want like 1 Balanced Druid. I don't know, I like Druids, and Druids just got a rough spot in Classic, I think. So that's the problem with Druids, though. If they made Druids good, they'd be OP. Just because they're a hybrid. Any hybrid class. Hybrid classes, I assume, are pretty hard to balance. They still are. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, dude. This guy's just come out of nowhere. I wonder if I could deal with them all. I should probably heal up if I want to fight them. Oh no. Got a gorilla after us. Another gorilla. Just stop chasing me, man. You can't catch me. I'll heal myself up quick here. Only need 5 more tusks. Okay. Haven't seen any alliance either. Out right around here today. Seen enough in the city though. like a bunch of 60s. Because everyone's trying to get this buff. It's a great buff. More buffs the better, right? Everyone's addicted to buffs in Classic. That's another thing about Classic raiding. Is the anxiety and stress people have about losing their buffs. It's a big thing in this game. Like, if we wipe in raid, people get so upset, man, because people put so much time and gold, you know what I mean, into getting all these buffs to perform at, like, I don't know, at, like, the optimal level. And then all it takes is, like, one crappy, like, crit on you or one wipe, and it's done. So our guild doesn't, like, make buffs mandatory. But a lot of people still get them, which is awesome. Because it does help the raid out a lot. I try to get buffs on my tank as much as I can. I think your tank having buffs is awesome because when they're pulling more threat, then, you know, the deep raid as a whole can do more damage since your tank's pulling a lot more threat. But it is exhausting, I think, getting the buffs for every raid. Like, you have to go to DM, you have to get the Songflower, you have to sit in Org, make sure you're there at the right time. And then all it takes is for just, like, this priest to come out of nowhere and just start dispelling all your buffs. And then all those hours and travel time that you put in to get your character buffed just goes away in the blink of an eye. And then you get so mad. It's rough. I'm happy it's not mandatory for our raid. Because if it was, I could imagine people stressing out about not getting buffs or losing their buffs. Oh, man. I can't find these trolls, dude. There we go. I found another troll. We got 2 more tusks to go for Keybok. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him! No, you got this heal off. I hate when they get their heal off, dude. I don't have a kick in cat form, do I? I think it's bear. I think bear has the interrupt. Yeah, it's a chill afternoon here. And, oops. Give him a little fire. Chill afternoon out in Stranglethorn Vale. Not too much going on. This guy's probably going to try to heal here. And there we go. We're done with the Skullsplitter Tusks, so I guess it's time to hearth back. We'll go speak with Keybok. See what he's doing. He's got to go make these tusks look like the tiger. It's supposed to be these like Stranglethorn tiger tusks that he's trying to get. There's Keybok.
Talk to me.
Tough buggers, aren't they? Well, have you had any luck? Sorry to seem impatient, but this has been a huge thorn in my side. Ah, good work, ugh. Though you could have done a better job cleaning off the, well, no matter. My thanks to you, Flight Carrier. Our operation will no doubt see increased output and productivity thanks to your help. Good. Now on to other matters.
Hurry back!
55 silver for taking the lives of 30 trolls. That's pretty cheap, man. I don't know. It makes me think that my character's a bad guy. I think if you do the quest in Booty Bay, your character's automatically evil. But that is the end of the episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.